To confirm qualifying for your Bags Liddell, a scintillating 135, try hard 136 in second, Branny third, just ahead of Jazz, Jake in fifth. And while we don't have too many of our regulars, if you like, here with us today, I promise there are some more. See Treaders down there in 14th, Jimmy Bottom in 17th. Lights out in Singapore. Bags Liddell in pole, off to a good start. We come around the first corner. There's already a little collision further back. Maybe even two teammates going at it together. Try hard Bags, Jazz, Branny, Jake getting through relatively unscathed. Treaders gaining a few positions, but taking on a potential penalty. Jimmy Dimes up in the 8th. Goodness gracious me, what a start for Jimmy Dimes. Joshua Treadwell, AKC Treaders, is going hashtag no brakes. Well, look, 47% of this track can be done flat out. Whether that's what people will be doing, something else entirely. Jimmy Dimes not caring for the yellow flag. What's new? Not a problem. 15 laps of Singapore's finest. That is the cleanest start we've had for a while. We have a look at the mini-map there. Is Treaders ahead of these? He is. Treaders leads a sea of AI. He is in the points. And you have a look at those AI drivers just stacked up. No. Is he purposefully keeping them at bay? He's just said hashtag no brakes. Look at the map. I have never seen anything like this before. Somehow, some way, Treaders is just holding them back. Like, I know yellow flag, safety car, blah, 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 but to this extent, I am in shock. Utter and complete disbelief and shock. But Treaders, as the second half of the pack, dead set, half a lap behind on lap 1. If I can bring myself past that for a moment. Jimmy Dimes, Perez in the pits, Branny, Jake doing similarly. And friends, I have to tell you, I am rarely speechless when it comes to Treaders and the AI. This is one of those times. I'll try and regain my composure. We have a look at Jazz and Bags Liddell in 4th and 5th respectively. Try hard in 3rd. And then our top 2, who I assume haven't pitted yet, in Vettel and Russell. Jimmy Dime says, I will take top half. Thanks Treaders, hashtag real MVP. Of course, with the AI, with safety car, and with various drivers pitting or not pitting, the positions not exactly reliable, but you'll see almost straight away the pack catching up. So big is that initial gap and lead that the top 5 had. So again, repeating, nobody out of the race yet, thanks goodness. That is tremendous news. On board currently with Vettel, following the safety car, which may have to be employed a little more than your standard race due to the track itself. Not a lot of areas for debris to be retrieved, and certainly for a car to be dragged off anytime soon. But as mentioned, that is not currently an issue. Only a 17 driver field today. We are racing late. While this has happened so often in the past, while we anticipated it happening today in Singapore, I think it's fair to say no one quite expected the start exactly like this. We want to try and keep with the front of the pack for as long as possible. As soon as that safety car goes, the likes of this man, I'm a FIFA tryhard, will be going on that overtake as soon as possible. Yes, it is hard to do so, but against the AI, you've got to make your move. Joshua Treadwell says it's going to be a 6-lap safety car. Tryhard was, of course, your winner last week in Spa. Jazz CB is behind him currently. It is in finished 8th last week. Bags Liddell, 5th last week, 5th this week. And very encouragingly, Jake 67, who made his debut last week, had, this is not a direct quote, but pretty much a horrible time, finishing 15th, retiring from the session. Maybe just quitting the session. It was never confirmed, and frankly, I'm too scared to ask. Branny in 7th was our runner-up in Spa, and Jake says direct quote, correct. Jimmy Dimes in 9th. Jimmy Dimes finishing 8th 1 week, courtesy of a sub. Excellent opportunity for his second dance on the points floor. See, Treaders, if you could tell us what I was witnessing before, and to be quite frank, what I'm still witnessing, this is not AI driving, correct? This is you going slower than I've ever seen an F1 car go. If you look there at your map, he is the arrow on your screen. Maybe it's hard for you to see. Thankfully, he is in fact catching up to the rest of the pack. You look at those splits on your left-hand side, it will shortly be reduced under 10 seconds. And Treaders is more or less caught up. His teammate in Mercedes, Bottas. However, we are back underway. Vettel, Tryhard already into second. Russell overtaking Jazz in third. We might fall a little further back here on board with Bags Liddell. He's trying to go past the AI Russell. Russell on the inside. Bags Liddell, as he always does, timing it to perfection. Now has Jazz CB in his sights. And Tryhard tries to go through the inside. The cornering, well, it's not as strict as some of your other F1 races. Tryhard gets in, gets through, but further back, Jazz CB, look at this tussle. Jazz is getting spun out by Vettel, the Ferrari. Pile drives Jazz CB into the barrier, and look at the carnage in behind. It's only getting worse. Oh, he smashed into the wall. It might be Treaders. It might be someone else. Jazz has fallen to 14th position. Thankfully, is able to regain. Oh, and Jazz CB tries to take someone out. He has lost the plot, Jazz CB. A talented driver. He has won one race back in round 5, but the man has the self-control of a 12-year-old who just discovered the internet. And he has fallen all the way back. The nicest thing we can say and will say is that he is still going. And in fact, with yet another little mini pile-up, he continues strong up into 13th. You got to wonder what his car is capable of. He's getting hit behind by Lando as well. Lando Norris giving Jazz the old love tap. While we do start and of course finish with the front of the pack, sometimes these battles towards the back are equally, if not more, fascinating. Here are Jazz and Treaders probably debating about who's going to take who out here. Treaders with the old brake check, and then Jazz tries to squeeze him into the wall. And that will be Jazz's race over. Treaders winning the mini battle. Dare I say, old mate safety car. may well have to come out again. Hey, Jazz, that's what happens when you try to appeal to the Discord. Just watch this stream, champ. I'm a FIFA tryhard with a 10-second lead. And how about this fellow? Jake67 made his debut last week. His sub-driver only achieving a 9th placed finish twice. This would be a wonderful result. Early on, of course, but a wonderful result if anything like this is maintained and completed. For Jake and the AlphaTauri, bit of contact on that barrier. Hopefully just an outlier for his sake. If you are just joining us, Grosjean was the first to go, I believe followed by Jazz and then Ricardo. It could be the other way around with that pair. There is so much going on. The man behind most of it, the delinquent Sea Treaders, whose car looks fine at the front, but an absolute mess at the back. Alright, what else have we got then? I'll try and stay composed. Jimmy Dimes. There are stories all over the place. And friends, as mentioned, Jimmy Dimes once in the points with an 8th placed finish. Could be enjoying himself. Club Clifford in the chat is watching from the bus. He chose to enjoy some KFC instead of competing. To be honest, I don't have a lot against that decision. What is going on here, by the way? I thought it was Bags Liddell. He's already jumped up into 6th. It is the AI and Jimmy Dimes, Giovinazzi and Jimmy Dimes. Giovinazzi breezing past. Bottas the same. Jimmy losing 2 on the straight. Lando, as you can see, looking to make a pass. Is that somebody that they've just gone past as well? There's just so much going on. It's so hard. These races are sheer terror. Club Clifford. You can see on your screen the 3 drivers no longer available for Singapore. Jazz taken out, I believe, by Vettel. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. And then just lost it immediately from there. Treaders is just full of anger and hate and spite. And naturally, as a result, gets to keep racing. Jimmy Dimes might get his first points. Honestly, chat. Honestly, despite being 20 seconds behind 13th, Treaders may well make the points. All you need to do is finish. Jimmy says, I haven't had a front wing for 3 laps. Let me pit. Jimmy, you can pit. Just pit. Keck W. If you know, you know. Alright, back in some semblance of the real world. Apparently we're on lap 7 already. I haven't even tried to describe the history of this race or the track itself, because there's no time for that, quite frankly. I'm a FIFA tryhard, looking for back-to-back victories. It would be his 3rd in the 8 races of the Grand PriTK thus far. Jake, on his 2nd attempt at the aforementioned Grand PriTK, looking good in 2nd. Jimmy Dimes is gone. Oh, it's disaster. I'm trying to look at his car. Of course, you can't do that. He is gone. He is out. And Jimmy Dimes, heartbreakingly, misses his opportunity to get his first points. If we don't count those gained by his sub. He's angry at the AI, evidently. Jimmy, please feel free to explain yourself. There are 2 AI drivers, 2 IRLs out of here. We'll continue to try and make sense of some of this madness. Maybe it's a good time to have a look at Bags Liddell. He is in 4th. No doubt will overtake Perez at his earliest available opportunity. Branny in 6th. Only a smidge behind Bottas. Chat, Bottas? We've not talked much about him. When he has filled in, Bottas has finished, and this is no lie. 19th, 20th, 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 and 20th. He is having an absolute mare. He currently sits in 5th. Jimmy Dime says his front wheel just snapped. Oh dear. Clifford, I wanted to be here to defend the actual races and take out Arbate and Bayless. Well, neither of those drivers participating with our late start here today, this Friday. Treaders and Jazz, the two rebellious among the pack. One of those is out. Treaders could well, if he wants to, decide to turn his attention now to some more pure driving. Get past Giovinazzi, get past Kvyat, and he'll find himself in the points. 7th last week for Treaders, which I believe was a sub-effort. Great chance for something similar today. We are roughly 8 laps through. Not sure many people describe Singapore as beautiful. It is quite claustrophobic, closed in, narrow, but the glimpses of the water, the tall buildings, just beautiful in my opinion. Lando down in 13th. Bags will be trying to spur his AI teammate on to get inside the points. McLaren, top of the pops, 154 points after our 7 races. AlphaTauri, Joggles and JW in second with 116. Quite a way back. Tryhard embarking on his 9th lap. Tryhard is in 3rd spot overall. He believed that he actually would be top after his race win. Not to be, sir. He's on 103 points. Some 30 ahead of Brani in the Haas. Bags Liddell, 106 points in the McLaren. Joggles is our Grand PriTK leader with 109. And of course, no Joggles here today. We believe he was experiencing a power outage. I'll try and confirm or deny that. I feel like that's what I heard. Maybe I've missed the boat entirely. Whatever it is, friend, there is no race leader. A wonderful opportunity for a bit of a little sneaky sneak up the table. Indeed, I can confirm Joggles saying I have a weather warning. I don't think I'll be able to make it. We can only assume that is still the case. Tryhard racing clean. Some 20-second lead above Jake 67. I said the Bags will be looking to overtake as soon as possible. It's still a 3-second gap behind Perez. Arbate must be laughing right now. Seeing the lad in pink getting it done. Brani comfortably in 5th. And a little bit of a spread with the rest of the AI. What about Sea Treaders though? The aggressor, the slower downerer, which is definitely not a term. Still behind Giovinazzi. And yes, overtaking tricky in Singapore. I'm not trying to say it's not. But with that AI, they do give you a little bit of a sniff, unfortunately, for Treaders. Maybe looking for a bit of aggression, maybe just a bit of understeer. And that lead, or rather interval, blows out a little bit more. Each lap just over 5 kilometers long, 23 turns in all. We do 25 percenters here in the Grand PriTK. Heading out of turn 5. Turn 6, Raffles Boulevard, if you like. These cars will achieve speeds of over 200 miles per hour. Tryhard comfortably into lap 11. Things are looking, dare I say, in the Grand PriTK formulaic. As Jake will now have to look at keeping this advantage over Bags, who has gone past, finally, Sergio Perez. Maybe it's this man, Branny, who can have a look ahead. He was 6 seconds behind. It's now under 5. Oh dear, Branny, right on cue, after saying this could be his chance. Spinning out under very little pressure or effort. And look at that, the 10 seconds, crucial seconds, still doable. But he's going to have to come into pit, maybe, just maybe. He sees that as his car not being good enough for the challenge. And maybe a faster slap could be on the cards. And well, it's not a bad time for. Also, how good are the visuals when you get all the graphics off stream just quietly? I think we might need to do some of these ones. Firstly, try hard, of course, that one spot up in the pole. Jake 3 up, Bags will fight until the very end, but down 2. It was looking good for Jimmy. It's looking alright for Treaders still. We can see there, everybody now stopping at least once, but Branny having to make 3 hits in all. I thought I'd seen him go in at least once. Indeed. That may hurt. Maybe the faster slap might sweeten that bitter pill. Everybody has stopped. Tryhard and Jake on the hards. Branny going for the softs. That is faster slap material if I ever saw it. But I wish you the very best with that on this track, sir. I'd like to give you an update on Sea Treaders, but it seems, like I said, rather formulaic for him, carrying that penalty. I'm just not sure if points are a thing for this gentleman here in Singapore. You never know. Hang on a second! Who on earth has just driven off there? Was that Giovinazzi? Chat, did I not just see someone just drive off into the sunset? I've been shook. There's someone back there. Is this Treaders? It is! His attention well and truly turning from racing cleanly. Or is it? Maybe he got contact? Did he try and take out Tryhard? I'm full of questions. And without any answers until we hear from the drivers themselves. No doubt, Branny, Bags, Jake, and Tryhard will race cleanly. This gentleman may well want to put his own twist on this tale before time is out. Sadly, missing exactly what happened there. Again, I thought I saw someone spin out. Was that by the hands, the wheels of Treaders? Did it have nothing to do with it? All I can say is that it surely won't be the last thing that he does. There's the brake check. Who is it on? Is it Branny? It could be on an AI. And disgustingly, Treaders is able to continue. He's not done ruining this race just yet. Tryhard goes into pit. He did have a huge lead. Maybe he did get some contact with Treaders. Jake as well. So clearly there's been 1 or 2, 3 or 4 or more incidents. Bags Liddell says thank you very much for a time. Treaders destroying Bags' car. There is no front wing left. He'll get the penalty, of course. He does not care. And he retires Bags from the session. Appalling. As Perez, getting too close to him, unable to overtake. Bottas in 4th. Is he going to stop in behind? He is. Jake, Perez has been disqualified for parking. It's getting even more ridiculous. Jake says, I don't want any part of that rubbish. Branny quickly realizing the AI with some disastrous strategy. and Treaders is still racing, could well find himself in the points while taking out, by my count, 3 other drivers minimum, and that's forced retirements, not even collisions. Bags is well and truly done. That is going to be the most disgusting takeout we've seen over the Grand PriTK. But I dare say, the only saving grace, if you're Bags Liddell, it may well not be the last. And his teammate is still out there looking for points. So Treaders will eventually get into 11th if his car can keep on driving. It looks fine to me. So I guess we better stay with our leader with 1.5 laps remaining. He's got a 50-second advantage, the greatest, dare I say, of any Grand PriTK race so far. Heading down St. Andrews Road. But with Treaders on his case, who even knows through Anderson Bridge and the very, very wide 13, get a bit of a straight along Esplanade Drive and into turn 14, and things get a little bit slower. Then we go again for the final lap. Treaders is done and dusted. He will not finish in the points, but what he will have guaranteed done is made some enemies of our non-AI drivers. It is Tryhard, Jake, Brani, and that is it. There are 3. It is our top 3, the AI, and then in no particular order, Treaders, Bags, Jimmy, Jazz, Ricardo, Perez, Grosjean, all gone. A chance to look at the list, and I believe I got them all. So I think, hopefully, considering how disgusting so much of that was, we can now calmly enjoy a victory lap for I'm a FIFA Tryhard, the man who has done so well and is only getting better. We'll be pushing Alpha up and up and up. With Giovinazzi in the points too, it is a very good day for Alfa Romeo. Jake some minutes behind, but after last week getting viciously ruined, we'll enjoy that. You know what? How about we enjoy this little battle? You know what? You know what? You know what? How about we enjoy both? With that minute advantage, I'm comfortable. We can enjoy that playing out. As Bryony does indeed overtake Jake, I'd like to think neither competitor will be too worried. Where they finish is a fascinating little battle. I'm going to have to come back, I do apologize, because I'm a FIFA Tryhard into 20 and 21. He avoided the carnage. He takes the spoils. And now, Tryhard, you will indeed lead the Grand PriTK. I'm a FIFA Tryhard in the Alfa Romeo takes the checkered flag in Singapore. And now, such a fascinating battle. Jake back into second, Branny in third. We're on board with him now. They both just want a podium. But it seems silver does mean something a little extra for these two competitors. Through Esplanade Drive, Jake with that half-second lead. Does Branny wait for his final cornering moments? Branny, do they want to take Jake out? I'm confused as what Treaders and Bags are saying. I can assure you, they're racing as cleanly as possible. Going through the inside, Jake some excellent defensive driving. He goes straight through the corner. Oh, Branny straight back at him. Into the final turn. There's definite damage. And the spin. Branny goes through to take second. Jake will have to settle for third. What an excellent, brave, ferocious, and slightly destructive final turn Well played, Branny. The selfie for I'm a FIFA tryhard has said a wonderful day for the Alfa Romeo and tryhard, dare I say, the new favourite for the Grand PriTK.